What's going on, YouTube family? It's Tia. I'm back finally. But I was sitting here just listening to Spirit, and the Most High says, pull up, on YouTube and listen to Beyonce's "The Black is King" little track album. And there's a song up there called "Bigger." If you all have not heard or listened to that song, I really, really urge you to listen to that song called Bigger, Bigger, Bigger. And seriously, write the lyrics down, just a few of them, so you guys can really, really, really listen to what she's saying here, because I'm going to give y'all my perspective. Something I'm starting to call her story, not Beyonce's story, but me. I have a story, and it's going to be, instead of his story, it's going to be her story. So Beyonce says, if you feel insignificant, you better think again. Better wake up, because you are part of something way bigger. You are a part of something way bigger. Not just a speck in the universe, not just some words in a Bible verse. You are the living word. Hint. You are a part of something way bigger. Bigger than you, bigger than me, bigger than we, bigger than the picture they framed us to see. But now we see it, and ain't no secret. Then she goes on a couple verses down. She says, take the pen and rewrite it. Forgiveness is key, because we are fighting something way bigger. Look up, don't look down. Watch the ancestors unfold. And then she says, you will rise. You have my blood in you. You will rise. So if the enemy, something way bigger, so if we put it in perspective, if the enemy knows that we are something way bigger, then what would the enemy do to keep the group of people, us, from becoming who we are? Virtually anything. If you take a husband and a wife and 2 kids, and the father is the provider, and he's stripped from his job because it's been exported out, the stress that comes on to that family. Mother now has to get a job. Father's upset. He gets mad. They get to fussing. Then a liquor store is built right across the street in his neighborhood. Father gets a drink. He gets mad. He slaps mom. The destruction of the family is taking place. If we know ourselves, know thyself, then you know that dynasties are made by families, and that's what we have. So if I destroy the family structure, then I have the people, I have the nation, I have the community if I destroy the family, right? So now mother is to the point where she's struggling. She can't afford things, so she gets help from the state, and then the state says, if you want to keep this, you got to keep the husband out of the home, because this is just for you and the children. So now father is devastated, nowhere to go, nothing to do, nowhere to go, don't know what to do. Then there is drugs that come into the community. Mother is lonely. Her protector, her king, is gone. Now father sells it. Mother gets on it to ease her pain. Father gets on, she starts selling it to what? Provide. So then the children are now left alone, right? Kids are left alone. No type of guidance, no type of love, no type of protection. They're just out there. Mother's strung out, father's strung out, father's gone. And see, the enemy knows that our children are just reincarnated ancestors. You know how we say, "Oh, you look just like, don't you look like don't he look like Uncle Bay? Don't he look like Grandma?" Right? And then these ancestors that may come back as our children, these are some heavy hitters. These are some really, really heavy hitters ancestors. So the enemy has to be able to get the children, because the children is the future. So I have to find a way to get to the children. And the enemy knows the structure of the original structure of Black people. They know that we are something way bigger, and we come for something way bigger than what they frame us to see. So if I take mommy and daddy, who are the first physical protectors of our newly arrived ancestors, right? So I have to find a way to break up that family structure. I have to find a way to dismantle that union so I can get to the future. It's not so much about right now, because I got my foot on their neck right now, but I got to get to that future that's coming. So I get mommy and daddy, I get them to fight against each other. You know, father's mad at mother because she wants to get a job, and father said, "My queen don't clean nobody's house." Mother said, "But we gotta eat, we gotta find a way to provide. We got 2 children." Father said, "I'm gonna do it, don't worry about it. You don't trust me, you don't believe in me." Mother's like, "No, that's not it, my love." But the money's running low. So they fighting against each other. Mother gets a job behind father's back. Father finds out, fuss, argument, kids watching, destruction of the family home, of the Black family home. Now dad leaves, strung out on alcohol because it was conveniently right across the street. Mother's heartbroken, devastated. Drugs come. So now they're apart, and the structure in the family is broken. So now the enemy can come and present themselves as the savior and take the 2 children. The mother and father had a boy and they had a girl, a little prince and a little princess, a future king and a future queen. See, the enemy can see the progression of where something bigger, right? So then they come and they take the children and they teach the children his story. And these are children, they're little, right? They're like 4 and 5 years old. They're small. They're impressionable. You can mold their minds any way you see fit. So the enemy comes and teach them his story. Take that blank slate that's in their minds and they write their story on the baby's minds. And so now the children are growing up believing the picture that they framed us to see. They went in their minds and they recoded it and they rewrote it to fit their narrative. So now we have children, a boy who don't like his queen, rather not date a sister. You got sisters who feel the same way, but also, I don't need a man, right? You walk out. you have a whole narrative script written on these children's mind because the parents were not there to be the first protectors of these children. But was it the parents' fault? See, when you have an enemy that can see that you are a part of something way bigger, then they are going to do everything in their power, a strategic plan to keep you from evolving into your higher self or going back to your higher self, right? So we have to stop as the black man, as the black woman, fighting amongst each other. Stop blaming the black man for what he is and what he did, and stop blaming the black woman for what she is and what she did. We have to see the bigger picture. Again, like I said, this is what I feel this song is speaking to me. We're a part of something something way bigger than me and bigger than you, bigger than us. So why wouldn't there be a plan to destroy our family structure? At some point, we have to stop and think about how did we go from being always together as a family structure all the way to where we are today, where it's kind of slim. Not kind of slim, it is very slim. So how did we get there? We have to first stop blaming each other and think about the bigger picture and where it really stems from. There's nothing wrong with the black man. There's nothing wrong with the black woman. Something happened. I was listening to this podcast by my brother Matthew Philippe, and he said nothing's wrong with the black man or woman. Something happened to us. And when you start looking in the perspective that something happened to us, then you begin to start looking at that black king the way you're supposed to. And he looks at that black queen in the manner and the way he's supposed to. And you don't no longer fight against each other. You come now together because we are fighting something way bigger, y'all. Bigger than what we were taught and told to see. We have to now we have to rewrite it. We have to rewrite this narrative. It was designed, right, for us to not succeed. Because we're part of something way bigger. Something that we may not can see right now because what most of us have our codes been rewritten with the enemy's story, his story. So it's hard for us to see. When the shackles is on your neck and the shackles are on your hand, your wrists and your ankles, you can see those. So you're going to fight to get those removed. But when they rewrite your mind, when they rewrite your code, that's kind of hard to see. But that's when Beyoncé says, "You have my blood in you, and you shall rise." So even though that the enemy may have wrote our codes of our minds, the blood speaks. That's why the Bible says it's in the blood. It's something about the blood. When they put blood over their doors, symbolic message. But when they put the blood over the doors of a lamb over the doors, death passed. It's something about the blood. So when the ancestors and the Most High God, the Spirit speaks to the blood, it awakens, it activates that spirit. So you arise. Even though your mind was recoded, you can break those shackles and rewrite the code of the Most High on your mind. And then you have to go forward knowing that I'm not supposed to fight against my queen. I'm not supposed to fight against my king. Because we are part of something way bigger and we're fighting something way bigger. So then we have to rewrite, guys. Y'all comment down below. Tell me how y'all feel about this. I'm going to dissect it some more, come back to y'all again. But think about it. If you haven't heard Beyonce's song, Bigger, I implore you to definitely listen to that song because she's speaking a word. And everybody probably can decode it their own way. But for me, when you're a part of something way bigger, you're going to be fighting something way bigger. Bigger than you, bigger than me, bigger than us. So then don't fight amongst us. I don't know, you guys. That's just what the Spirit put on me now. So I'm going to go vibe some more. Y'all leave y'all comments below. We'll talk about it later. Peace. Love y'all.